welcome to Sunday Murktide. There's no more Murktide, but we were playing these Esper Tempo deck with Psychic Frog, Oculus, and of course we got Ketramose in the mix. Last week I played Ketra Frog and it was good. Now I'm back from Chicago. I've been playing a bunch of different Ketramose deck. They all went so well. I believe this is gonna be my sixth Ketra League, and so far I only went 4-1 or better whenever I had this card in my deck. We have the combo with Relic. That was, when Ketra got printed, people were playing the Dark Blast combo. That kind of got outdated pretty quickly. Now we have Relic. These two cards combined draw 4 cards, which is pretty broken, honestly. In this list, we're playing a couple of Tamiyo, which is another draw engine that this deck can have. Ending is a nice exile effect. And yeah, we're fully Esper now. There's no more tiny white splash for pest control like it was before. This list is from Piegonti. He top 16 the challenge with it. He's often my source of inspiration for this type of decks. Yeah, a couple of Bowmasters are back. I guess it's not as bad against Ketramose. It is also not as good though. But you kind of suffer a little bit, Bowmaster, and Bowmaster has always been, the Bowmaster killing Bowmaster type of things. All right, I'm starting with Tamiyo here. It's nice actually. I'm gonna go shock untapped. I'm gonna use 2 mana anyway this turn. Either for cracking a clue or for snare plus consider. Playing against what it seems Eldrazi ramp. Oculus, I'm gonna put it in the bin. Okay, so here I have the option to flip Tamiyo. So there's not that many bombs that my opponent can play next turn that I need to counter. So I think I like the idea of going consider, crack a clue, flip Tamiyo plus. Ooh. Yeah, I'm still gonna do that. Although ending can definitely think about cracking the Utopia Sprawl next turn. Tamiyo is definitely very powerful in this game so far. You can't deny that. It was a 1 mana card that drew me 2 cards and flipped into a Planeswalker, you know? It doesn't get too much better than this. Wow, opponent misses a land drop. Very good news. Because I drew this Undercity Sewer, I'm actually going to ending the Sprawl so that I can play top lane and still hold up counterspell slash clue. Otherwise, I think I would have just ended the Talisman so that my opponent is more tied to play the double colorless for Kozilek's command. Alright, they ended up conceding, but here what would have happened is that I would have just played Oculus plus counterspell up, and Tammy would have threatened the emblem next turn. Alright, we have 4 copies of Consent to Memory. I can see bringing in the Thoughtseize. Exercise, probably good enough. Wow, I'm not playing the full playset of Push, but playing Cut Down instead. I guess this is to kill Emery. Interesting. Wonder if I should have a Subtlety in my deck. I think like this looks good. Playing 3 color is very painful on your mana, but with Boros going down, I guess there's less pressure in just, you can start your game at 15 life, I guess. Taking so with Miko's Pawn here very easily. Force of Negation, super good draw. I'd love to draw a card like Ketramose. I can discard it and earth it. A very good curve of Thoughts is into Frog here. How many Thoughts do we have in a 75? Is it 4? No, only 2 in the sideboard. One has 3 cards in it, one is All is Dust. I'm gonna play land untapped. You'll never know. Maybe they have Kozilek's Command and just didn't fire it off an upkeep for some reason. Ooh, there it is. That's my Ketra. Alright, let's play it. I'm gonna give Frog Fly to draw a card. Already made a land drop, of course, and passing. It is indestructible, but Always Dust doesn't care about that. Karn. That's okay. I have to keep the Force of Negation for All This Dust. And Karn at the end of the day, it's like, fine. Still jet lagged? Yeah. Yeah, woke up again at 5. Okay, let's see what I grab. This is like classic Karn against non-breach deck. Actually, not very good at all. Like, this play is just so weak. It's so incredibly weak. Opponent spent 6 mana, accomplished literally nothing. Like, actual 0 things. Alright. So what's my plan here? I kind of want to discard at least 2 cards. Probably land on Earth. This becomes an artifact. I attack Karn. Draw a card. I want to exercise the Utopia Sprawl. Draw a card. I want to give the Frog Fly. Draw a card. Pass. I guess I could have discarded 3, give this fly, would have been able to attack with Ketra as well. Ketramose, thank you for the 23rd month. Welcome, welcome. I'm discarding at least a Tamio. It's gonna be, this is 8 plus 5, 13. It's not enough. I think I actually want to discard again. So that I'll be able to draw 2 cards with my Ketra. Remember, you can only draw cards in your turn, not in your opponent's turn with Ketra. So you actually have to do it main phase. This match was like so much extremely easy. Opponent just completely failed from doing anything relevant. The only thing they did was this card, which was actually nothing. But definitely their deck is, I guess, a higher failure rate than mine. I don't know. Yeah, I could have drawn 2 in combat. It would have been enough to kill them, but yeah. I didn't count, but you're right. I could have drawn 2 cards in combat and had 15. But you know what I mean. Like, I have to discard Force of Negation. What if I have Kozilek's Command is lower rolled? It's all good. You don't have to necessarily kill your opponent when you have lethal if they have cards in hand that you don't know. Even though it makes sense for them that is impossible to have. Alright, isn't this much clunkier than the previous one I opened? I'm still gonna keep them. Ooh. Scary. Classic spot where you're on the draw with a counterspell deck, and your opponent can just play an extremely hard to deal with threat on turn 2 if it's high on the Draco. Hopefully not. Hopefully they just have Kavu or Frog, and you can just push it. If it's not the case, if they play Scion, I don't know what has to happen. I go Subtlety, then I have to top deck exactly Counterspell, I guess. Okay. Crazy. That means that either kept a one-lander. No, because they binned already Mesa, so they kept a hand that didn't have a 2-drop. Obviously, it's not that crazy, but it is unlikely, I guess. And now it's obviously pretty clunky, the fact that Ketramose doesn't synergizes with anything I have. So my opponent hand didn't have any 2-drop. That means they're probably high on interaction. They have like Leyline Binding, they have Tribal Flames. They may have the Ketra, I guess. Shardless Agent. Huh. Okay. Okay. My turn, and I drew Orcish Bowmaster. Very bad. As often this card is. I think I'm gonna play Ketra, even though it does literally nothing. It sets me up for some powerful draws, I guess. Let's say I draw, Oculus. Oh wow, what a subtlety is this? Sure. Very happy about it. Let's see, I draw Oculus. This card can already attack. Coach Nobile, thank you for the prime. Let's bottom this Ketra and continue. Yeah, unfortunately, this Cascade card will resolve. Opponent will be able to have a very big board presence. Okay. I have to push one of these Rhinos and use a Bowmaster to trade with the Shardless. And I'm still looking for something that turns Ketramose on. But there's really nothing, though, if you think about it. If opponent forces a negation, I have to force back. Good morning. Oculus would be the perfect draw here. Team Trios, yes. Okay, Frog. Frog is nice. Frog is a way to turn on Ketra. I think I actually want to go Ketra first. It does nothing now, but next turn gains me 4 life. Yeah, I didn't block with the token. Sorry, I didn't block with the orc. I blocked with... Sorry, I didn't block with the token. I blocked with the orc. Because in case I draw an earth, I could have gone Ketramose plus an earth. Which is not that good, but I think it's okay. I think I don't mind right now the damage. Go to 3 is probably the same as going to 4. And if I draw orc, I can trade with a Rhino. Yeah, Team Trios later. It's gonna be Meter, Lolo, and Archdota. I'll be playing Vintage. And last time I pushed to replace Vintage with okay, Leyline Binding with Pre-Modern. That's gonna be it. Alright, we have Pest Control, Thoughtseize, Consign to Memories, probably okay. Ending doesn't seem particularly good. Relic also doesn't seem great. I'll leave in Fatal Push and Ending. I guess I can trim. Relic doesn't seem great, but it does combo with Ketra, so I don't really want to cut it. You watching me every night? I hopefully next time I stream, which is gonna be on Monday, I'll be normal on my sleeping schedule and wake up, you know, like a normal person. Game 2, this hand looks actually pretty bad. Like, having to work my way to make land drop, wasting time with cantrip. You get there, you get your lands, and then my hand is still pretty weak, I think. You know what I mean? Like, if this to consider were lands, I would have kept. But that's not the case. So this hand is actually has a fail rate, and even if he gets there, it's not even that good. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's okay to keep one landers. Like this one, it's definitely a better hand. Because if we get there, we have like strong spells. Plus, I'm on a multi 6, so definitely not mulliganing to 5. Whereas when you're in 7 to 6, I think you can go there, but from 6 to 5, you gotta accept it. That you just didn't have a great hand, and that's okay. You have to draw well out of it. Why cut down over push? I think it's because of the Emery. Do I enjoy Midwest in the US? No, I really dislike cold weather. But the people are nice, everything works. So that part is nice. It's always the case. Bad weather, good, I don't know. Bad weather, things work. Good weather, things don't work. Land. All right, I think I actually have to let this go, and I can't even. Nah, I think I'll play a new Tamiya. Yeah, if opponent goes Rhinos, I'm just gonna force it. I could have gone Consign as well, but buongiorno Lupo. Thank you, thank you. Are you gonna be at Four Season tomorrow? I'll play the modern one this time. Maybe actually the best play there was to consign the binding. Oh no. GG. Oh wow, they have Tapland. Nice. Oh, is this Cyan? Oh shit. Cyan's so good. Cyan dodges all of my hate. All of my removals. Even push. Flage. Alright. Okay. My Tamio will die. Rip. Definitely discarded this ending. I was thinking about attacking, but maybe I shouldn't attack here. Maybe I should just stay back. Yeah, you know what? I'll stay back here. Not great to stay back with Frog, but look at the life total. 22, 21 to 12. And I can see a world where my opponent like attacks and has like Leyline Binding for my Frog. It is true that Death Flage in the graveyard is going to be problematic. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded that ending for no reason. Yeah, that was... I mean, discarding was obviously a mistake, discarding Sorcery. It's just that I wanted to attack and race, but then I realized the life total swing. Yeah, ending actually would have been a nice answer to Flage, so definitely punted this game away. I'm gonna say that, missing a second land drop doesn't help. Yeah, I'm just gonna actually concede and move on to the next match. Already thinking about Vegas now. Okay, black white. That's interesting. That's a super popular matchup. Ketramose definitely pushing pushing those numbers up. What is the land I want to get here? I was thinking about Hallowed Fountain. It's probably good. Hello, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. Pest Control used to be better against Black White because of Ether Vial. Also kind of funny to have Pest Control alongside Tamio and its glue token. But, Psychic Frog, Cycling. You definitely have ways to get rid of this card when it's bad. Can be the mirror match, I guess. I don't know. So I think they have push. Is it you or the volume is very low? I don't know. Hopefully it's you. But I get that comment very often, so I guess it's me. Buongiorno, Ruben. Okay. So Counterspell is a nice card, but here I just want to flip Tamio this turn. But I'm thinking about Counterspell. It's a nice card, and I think I'm ahead enough that I'm just happy to draw Counterspell. Even though it's not a land drop, like Consider and Frog and Clue to make land drop, The volume is super low. Sheesh, all the time. All the time I have this problems. Why? Yesterday seemed to be fine. I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like literally talking just over it. Okay, my opponent plays Ketramose. That's okay. That dies to ending. I guess I can hire my voice, but you know, it's like what, 7:40 a.m. All right, drew a land. Very nice. I'm ending this Ketra. I am discarding a pest control. Nah, I don't care about that. Perfect. This is not a game where I'm gonna win with damage, at least for now. And I want to keep the pest control in my hand. I can cycle it, you know. Ketra does not. Ketra only draws cards on your turn. If your opponent kills it in their turn, nothing happens. Right here, I could have subtletied. I really could have. But instead, I'm gonna just -3 Tamio, pick up the ending, exile the frog. I think I'm just way too far ahead to do any more card draw with Ketras. I'm just gonna pick this up, exile frog. If opponent goes Force of Negation, I go counter spell. I just kind of play this way, you know? Opponent discards Oculus. I guess it's time for Relic. Holding up counterspell. Young Dingo with the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Is Ketramose going in the cube? I was thinking about it, especially since I have an extra foil one. Maybe. Alright, I'm not gonna go counterspell. I'm actually just letting the frog die here. Rip frog. I need to keep up Relic for the Oculus. My opponent has an Earth. You know, they discarded Oculus to frog. And you know, the disparity of cards going on right now is just very, very, like, it's just very hard for my opponent to to pick up the disparity of cards that I like, the value that I made. Let's go Titan. This is not the place to root for Primeval Titan. Big Titan haters over here. Opponent's still fighting despite the disadvantage. Time it goes to 7. You remember when I was on Titan? Yeah, the funniest, the most fun part of being on Titan was to buy the cards, as always. Then I lost to Blue Red Murktide once, and I quit the deck. Tamio -7. I'll play Frog. And I discard cards to it, which is very fun. No, opponent, don't push my Frog. No, actually, it's okay. I don't know why I'm taking game actions. But my opponent's not conceding, so might as well take game actions. That's true. I recorded a Mango's Workshop episode with it. Probably one of the least watched video on the channel. It's crazy how whenever I play Modern on Mango's Workshop, it does poorly. But on the other channel that I have, if I play literally anything else that isn't Modern, it's just a completely miss, you know? It's impossible to find a balance, really. It's really, really fun to draw off Tamio and discard 2 Frog. Like, I get it. My opponent now is gonna gain informations looking at my deck. But just, you know, the feeling of passing the turn with a hand like this, you know, it's nice. The Mango's Workshop video convinced you to try Pauper? Nice. Orc seems good in Ketra Mirror. I don't know. Is it? Why are we discarding so much, though? Because you have to discard of hand size anyway. Oh, that's not true. I don't have to discard of hand size. Shit. I forgot. I never emblem Tamio and the game doesn't end, I swear. That may be the first time that happened. I'm gonna bring in Exercise. I just realized Exercise exiles Ketra. That's cool. All right. It's a one-lander, but as I mentioned previously, it's a good one-lander. I draw a second land. The hand is actually nice. Having Spellsnare for the Frog is really good. All right. Time to consider into a second land. And if I do that, I will probably not play Frog anyway. I'll be in the consider. Land. All right. Holding up Spellsnare, and if nothing happens, I'll just pop the Relic end of turn. Opponent has flawless mana base and also has a frog. They can go unearth on it. Oh, thankfully they don't. Lucky me. And I draw land. Must be nice. Must be nice. Do you think they have spells near? I think they do, so I'm gonna bait them with this orc, which is extremely weak. I can consider going just Surveillant Pop Relic, but nah, let's just play this orc. I think they have us near and they play it. No, they don't have snare. Okay, interesting. Remember the relic rules? Relic should always be tapped. Bam Zing. Good morning, my friend. How's the testing going? All right, I think Frog resolves now. I think I'm just emptying my hand. Bam Zing, have you thought about exercise as an answer to Ketra for the mirror match? I think it's nice. I actually think it's nice. Unearthed. Graveyard. Attack with all. I think Purge is just bad. I don't know. Exercise has a lot more targets. As I say, they play a frog, which, you know, I can't exercise, but I could purge. But like killing a Urza Saga is such a big deal to me. Alright, frogs, it's time to fly. And it's crazy how this game I was almost, you know, missed a second land drop and now just drew mono lands. Which I'm super happy about because I have the frog, which give me the cards, so I just needed the lands to start. I don't want to discard a Hallowed Fountain. I'd rather make a land drop. Like, I just have such a high flow of cards that I want to make land drops. What's happening here? You still need one Ketramose. I have 5. I can give you one. I don't know if you guys listened to the podcast we recorded yesterday, but basically in the testing house, I purchased 4 Ketramose from the people that were winning the drafts, and uh, and then I rare drafted one of the PT. All right, I guess there's no harm in attacking with all here. But I'll repeat it in case. We made the podcast yesterday. It was like 2 months since the last episode. We don't really have a regular schedule anymore. We just kind of record whenever, and we went over the PT with Anthony and Javier. Did you discard exercise as well? That maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. Um, yeah, I think I'm discarding as well. Do I think this version is better than Demir? I don't know, Bobo. I don't know. I'm just playing leagues. I know you guys want me to have all the answers, but I don't actually. I'd love to have all the answers, by the way. It'd be great. I'm picking up a random fight on a random frog, which I don't know, probably shouldn't have. Should have just let it go. But I don't know, it is what it is. Oops, I somehow discarded the card in second main. I was not supposed to. I don't know why it happened. I was about to play land and to play the fourth frog, but I guess instead I discarded a card. But it's okay. I don't think it would matter. The only thing it matters is that you hear me well with this microphone, which I swear yesterday worked well. Nobody complained. Why can't just technology work? Like, why does it have to like reset every day? Like, you do nothing, like, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, you didn't touch anything, and things don't work anymore like they did before. Why? Yes, early mango, early mango. Actually, I wake up so early. Last night, I told myself I'm gonna go to bed late so that I wake up late. I went to bed at 11 p.m. It was extremely hard to stay awake until 11 p.m., but I did. And then at 4:30, I was awake again. Yeah, I know I'm low. What can I do? Everything is maxed out. The microphone here is maxed out. Everything is maxed out on the Streamlabs. But again, like exactly the same thing as yesterday. All right, put a monster 6 and start with. Hmm, interesting. Thinking to Stupor feels like a card of the past, doesn't it? I could swear, it's been like what? 6 months that it's out? And I'm like, what? You lost 3 life to play an island? You suck. You know? Just put Otawara. Crazy. You were the Rhino opponent? Yeah, you crushed me very hard. I definitely did not play well against you, but is it the Rhinos? Whenever Rhinos draws well, it's just so unbeatable. You know what I mean? Bad draw? I don't think I had bad draws. It's fine. You you had it. Props to you. All right, my opponent's playing blue red Merc. That it seems. I have to fill my graveyard because I plan on putting this Oculus into play. If opponent goes iteration here, am I going to force it? Nah. That deck usually struggles against a 5/5. I don't want to pitch the Oculus. Yeah, I was going to say literally anything goes to the graveyard, even counter spell. Even Frog. I'm so sorry, Frog. Flimovanor? Ah, I regret not having played a not having hold up Bowmaster now. For some reason, I didn't think about Flimovanor, but I should have. Should have thought about it. It's funny. Every time I drew this pest control, it's so unplayable. Although, like, pest control is there for breach, which is the best deck by a margin, and it's gonna be the most popular deck by a margin at your regional championship, especially if you plan on qualifying and day twoing. So I think it makes sense that you like main deck cards that are only good, not only good against it, but mostly good against it. You know what I mean? Like Modern right now is broken, but it's not broken in the same way that it was broken with the Ring, where everyone was playing the Ring. Everyone should play Breach, but people just don't. So, it's not that you should main deck only against it. It's good against Rhinos? Well, not really, because against you I had Pest Control and you went Scion of Draco Flage, so it was not good against you. I honestly expect Boros Energy to be minimal. Ooh, that's my alarm. Just 3 hours and a half after. You don't have access to Breach or you're playing a new trick. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think Boros is gonna be very, very downswing. Like I think Black White will be more popular than Boros. Is the American RC this weekend? I think it is, right? Yeah, so during the ring, the problem was that everyone was playing the ring. And if you didn't, it'd be an incredible mistake. Okay, so it's not this one, it's the next one. Okay, cool. Opponent, you there? Come on. All right, I guess I'm taking a bathroom break as my opponent is Africa. I'll be right back. Okay, opponent goes for Tamio, the Inquisitive Student. Now this turns on the Flame of Anor. Hmm. Yeah, I think I like to just do nothing here and actually draw that Tamio. Thank you for the sub, Joe. Welcome, welcome. I think what I should have done was maybe to hold on that frog. I think that was the play that I regret doing the most. All right. Tamio unfortunately goes through here. These relics are definitely clunky. Maybe Oculus is the clunky card, it's not relic. Could have cycled pest control, but I see a world where I need pest control to kill Tamio. I think I'm gonna go Bowmaster here. Opponent's gonna draw off Tamio. Clue. Ay, ay, ay. It is what it is. I was talking this weekend to a viewer of the channel, which is also a streamer of another game, and he was telling me how easier it is to stream his game, where actually things happen, and you don't have to wait randomly 3 minutes for your opponent to make a play. Okay, so they are cracking this glue. PT Vega's gonna be modern question mark? No, it's standard again, unfortunately. All right, so Bowmaster is in. We are tapped out. Flame of Anor or Magus of the Moon. Shit. Okay, so both of us have only mountains in play. Am I heading live so I can attack with this Orc army? I have to hope the Bowmaster sticks around. I don't really want to cycle these relics yet. It's kind of gonna be like... What's this? Through the Breach? Splinter Twin or Magus of the Moon? What am I looking for here? What am I looking for? How to win this game? I have to draw exactly my basic, and then what? I don't even think I can do much even if I do that. I guess I'm looking to win on time. Even if I draw basic, I guess basic swamp can make me play orc now. All right, we are in a stage where we're both locked. Oh, I guess never mind. My opponent is playing extremely slow, so I'm not gonna concede until my life total reaches 0. Good morning, Naku. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. This is very boring game, but I'll take it as a fight now. You know, against people who do two things at the same time while playing Magic Online. But it's not gonna go long. I will eventually perish under that basic island. Or despite they have their basic island, they haven't been doing anything anyway, so... Okay. I found a lightning bolt, and now they can draw cards with a clue, I guess. Hello, the gremlin. Spock Vida Loca. How are the Pauper streets going right now? I haven't played Pauper in a while, but I always smile reading your name. Thinking of Blue Red Scred. Deceiver Exarch. About to deceive me. Alright, opponent has finally accomplished their combo. Here we go to game 2. So now we have to worry about Magus of the Moon a bit more. I guess SL Purge is okay. This is 60. Not that bad. Could see bringing in subtlety. I think I like everything else in this deck, so let's go. Okay. Hands medium. I think I'll kick things off with a Survey Land. I haven't played Savine's Reclamation yet, no. I don't know. It seems expensive. Time is in. Time is out. In and out. Okay. Bowmaster. It's quite good. I wanna keep it around. I think I wanna hold up spells near for counterspell. I wanna play the Bowmaster now. This way they can't respawn by drawing with the clue. They don't have a third land. Okay. Is it crazy to play Dark Blast? I think it is, yeah. I think Dark Blast made sense when Boris was super popular, but now that it isn't the case anymore, I don't think it should Dark Blast main deck anymore. It's just bad against every popular deck now. Like, the reason to main deck Dark Blast is the same reason to main deck Relic, except that Relic is actually a good card against most of the decks. Well, I don't know if you saw the past videos I posted on YouTube, but I had various Dark Blasts in my decks in the past, and I got to combo ones too. On my YouTube channel, I have my past streams sorted. The silence should be cut and things like that. So there's one video every day for the past 3 years. So check it out. Do you expect Boris Energy to be less popular in Utrecht? I think so. I think so. People that play Boris Energy usually are like grinders that just play the tier 1. They're not really married to the archetype. And when the tier 1 is just not that good anymore, they just play another tier 1. Like, it's not Amulet Titan that, people are actually, they signed the contract that if Primeval Titan is legal, they have to play it. And, every once in a while, Amulet does well, but yeah. The opponent chooses to draw a card off their clue. And now the orc does something more. I could crack this relic. I think I will. Nah, it's just too bad if I draw Ketra. Ooh, is this a Deceiver Exarch? It is. Player of Denial. Wow. Hmm. I got. I'll graveyard this subtlety. I could get Magus of the Moon Deer. Or Splinter Twinned. Tiny bit too many lands at the moment. I ran out of survey land, so I'll hold this Marsh Flask just to discard it. How am I feeling after Chicago? Jet lag, but very happy. I guess I say jet lag and very happy. I enjoy traveling. You got to Popper thanks to my videos. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Why nobody plays it anymore? Basically, Popper is the format where power creep hits the hardest. So if a deck was good last year, it's likely not good anymore. There's like an incredible rotation. It's good that it's cheap. I think we're gonna lose this match, which is really sad because if we won at least a game, there was no way that would have won game 3. But I just drew pretty poorly. It's really the worst when your opponent plays extremely slow and they win 2-0 with a red timer, but it is what it is. And if I draw Frog, I actually want to have a land in hand. I don't need more than 5 lands with this deck. When I picked up Splinter Twin with their Thunder Trip Trainer, and that'll be game over. Alright. Final match of this league. Ooh, I'm playing against Gianluigi Buffon, the best goalkeeper of all time. This end doesn't have a second land. It's also on the draw, which I have the feeling it was the case for every single game I played. But it doesn't have fetch on the turn. They are ready. They don't need to fetch. They have their Leyline, they have their Scion. They don't need anything from me. They're like, why should I fetch? I have it all. Meanwhile, I don't even have a single land. I'm still fighting because, funnily enough, Frog does beat Leyline Scion if nothing else goes on. I don't even have a single land, so I'd say I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna assume that Zoo. Or Rhinos. Yeah, it could be. Syrian, thank you for the 9th month. Yeah, Gianluigi Buffon was when I was following football as a younger Mengu. Rooting for Juventus, like my parents taught me. I'm gonna go Flooded Strand. I thought about it for a while. I think having cut down up is okay. A long time ago. Yeah. I mean, I was going to school, so yeah, a long time ago. There it is. Ragaban. I'm gonna kill Ragaban with a cat down all the way to 15 life. And then I'm gonna exercise this ley line of the Guild Pact. Yeah, at birth, usually your parents imprint you their religion and their soccer team. That's what happens when you're born in Italy. I'll pass here. Probably popping. I would say that Relic hasn't been that good today. In Brazil is the same? Yeah. But thankfully, you can grow up and uh, and change those beliefs. You know, it's good. It's good that we actually live in a free world where you can change those beliefs. You didn't grow up, yeah. All right, consign to memory. Actually, want something meaningful. Oh, oh no, relic. All right, can I for once play an over to Overlord? Never. I was never able to play an Overlord this league. So I would say that. Just plain and simple. Oculus, ultra mega washed. Frog, still broken. White cards, alright, I guess. But Oculus, ultra mega giga washed. Cut it from your deck. Don't play it anymore. Graveyard is extremely taxed. You play it, it just dies. Like everyone's playing a freaking ton of removals. Every deck is a creature deck. Testing for today team trio? Well, I'm playing vintage, so not really. But yeah, definitely today team trio in a few hours. All right. Thankfully, my opponent extremely unplayable mana base doesn't make them able to play Lilian Binding now, so I will at least get a 2/2. Then they probably Tribal Flames or bind it. All right. Well, no, for some reason I thought I was taking this in hand. It's not the case. Never mind. Are you also playing Team Trios Nua? Oh wow, I just said that Alvora and Tokulus is Ultra Mega Giga washed, and the opponent concedes as soon as I play it. Classic Mangu. It wouldn't be a Mangu stream if I wouldn't just be, what is the right word? But like humbled by the things. You're a legacy player? Nice. Non-breach, non-black white cards are all washed. That's the truth. Nah, blue white control. Still best deck. For Terminus. I keep on keeping those hands, but every time I look at a consider, I'm like, man, I really don't want to play it. I really don't want to take 2 damage and waste my turn to find a second land. But this hand is nice. Like I have Frog, and imagine if I drew a land, it would have gone ending Frog. That's still like nice. Did I finish the blue white league? I did something that I'm not actually that proud of doing. You know, it's not that I want to do this. But yeah, 3 drop was made. But unfortunately, 2 hours league, content needs to be created. All right. All right, look at that. I honestly was ready to concede, but instead we hit a third, a second, and a third land. I don't want to say this is lucky, but I definitely feel like I got lucky. Like, I shouldn't feel like that, but I do. Leyline Binding. Okay. Flage. Also known as Lightning Helix. All right. Hmm. Let me go ending on this Ragaban. Actually, I want to go consider first. Because I find a push, I'll play that one. Okay. Next turn, I can go Oculus. Can my opponent play Flage already? I guess they can. Maybe my best play here was actually Ketch. No, 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 no. There's no way I could have gone Ketch or opponent. Yeah. I want to say we. I want to say this was not the best league. I think that actually the deck actually underperformed. It didn't draw very well. Maybe could be that. But I'm not like finishing this league and be like, yeah, it was a 2-3, but we got close. Okay, this is super lucky now. Purge. I don't think I want to land. I'm at 5. It's not the best place to be. Oh wow, that just passed. All right, let me go Ketra. Next turn, I want to go Oculus and attack and life gain. I'm at 5, so I'm not going to play Ketra to draw cards here. Wow, opponent is just super unlucky. They concede. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say we went 2-3, but I guess we didn't. I drew Purge, and then the opponent just flooded and died. So we went 3-2. Still, I'm not going to be like, yeah, this is a good deck. You know? Like, I feel like the cards are very powerful, but they don't really belong together. Also, like, I got mana problem a lot, and it's because the combination of 20 lands with the consider. Sometimes you have to look for lands. Sometimes you just, I don't know. I don't know. Not impressed. Not impressed. I don't know actually what you can do to be impressed though. Maybe it's just you splash frog and consign and that's it. No, I think Ketramose is better than I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe it's just a win more. But I feel like when I was playing black white, it was just so freaking busted. you know? Now it didn't feel like that. When I was playing black-white, you draw Ketra and the game is just over. Here, it didn't feel like that. So, still at the beginning. I think it's cool that we try the cards. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you watched, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.